Hey, what's up guys, it's Lee and welcome back to the channel. Now today I wanted to highlight a few tools that I've been using that I feel have taken my YouTube channel to the next level. These tools are pretty accessible and they aren't too expensive either. But I will say a little bit of an investment in your YouTube channel will go a long way. And by the way, all the tools that I'm talking about today can be found in the description box below. We're going to talk about 4 tools today and they each play a role in how you produce your videos, edit them, and present them to the world with an amazing thumbnail, which of course will lead to more clicks, more views, and then hopefully a growing community here on YouTube, which is the goal, right? Now I've broken this video down into sections based on the role that they play in the creation process. So feel free to skip one if you're already using it. All right guys, so now we are here at my computer. So the first tool that I want to talk to you guys about is a tool called vidIQ. If you've ever heard of TubeBuddy, vidIQ is a competitor of TubeBuddy. They are similar in a lot of ways, but they're also different in some ways too. And so I used to use TubeBuddy a lot, and then I decided to try vidIQ out. I do have the Pro plan. I believe it's like $5 a month or $60 a year. So it's not very expensive, but you know, it's something that is, again, a tool that can help you to grow your channel and help you to learn more about what makes a great video, and how to just really, you know, come up with good ideas, all kinds of things like that. So let's just kind of do like a really brief overview of vidIQ so you can kind of have an idea of what you can actually achieve here. So here we are on the Today tab. All the tabs are on the left hand side. The first thing I will let you know is that once you sign up for vidIQ, you do create something called a avatar. And so basically avatar is basically it's basically someone you create, right? So I might create an avatar called Lee, and basically that avatar, it's a representation of who your ideal audience is for your YouTube channel, right? So for me, I might name my avatar Lee, and Lee is interested in photography. He's interested in videography. He might be a creative. He might have a YouTube channel or TikTok or Instagram. He might be interested in different gear that can help him to take better photos or videos, software that might help him edit videos better, and then also some tips and tricks on YouTube and becoming, you know, a better YouTuber, right? That could be kind of an avatar, right? And you can kind of build that out, but it does have you fill that information out so it gets a feel of your channel and kind of what direction you want to go. And then it gives you daily ideas and things like that that are based off of that avatar. So for instance, here at the top, optimize your latest video. You know, obviously the title, it looks like it sucks here, 55. Thumbnail looks like it might be good. And so that's a good start. So now that you know your title, for instance, is not the best, you can kind of optimize that. And you can click optimize and kind of go through different titles that it's going to suggest you and maybe change your title, right? So for instance, YouTube goals for 2025 and why we missed 2024, our 2025 YouTube goals and the truth about why we're growing so fast, the future of YouTube, our 2025. Like a lot of these are going to sound really good, right? So I might do this one, the future of YouTube, and I'm just going to say my, right, 2025 vision, and then I'm going to publish that. Okay, cool. And now the new title is out there, and hopefully that might lead to more views. We'll see, right? And you know, obviously it's 11 views right now after 2 days. Maybe if you check now, maybe it's different. I don't know. All right. And then basically you're also able to generate ideas, right? So for instance, this is one that I put in here today. YouTube creators must have these tools. So this is kind of what it spit out. It kind of gives you the tags that you can use, thumbnail ideas. It gives you a hook that you can use and even a little outline as well. And I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't used the generate script before, but it looks like you can generate scripts too. This is very similar in some ways to ChatGPT. I wonder if they're actually using ChatGPT for this, but it is very similar to some of the information you might get back if you use ChatGPT to kind of help out with your video content planning. When it comes down to thumbnails, I haven't used this just yet, but apparently you can use this to create thumbnails. There's a keyword section that shows you the keywords that are the best opportunities for your channel. And you can also kind of see the top search terms for your channel as well, based on the videos that you have that are doing well. Outliers is really good tab too, because you can look here and see the videos that are doing really well right now, or just really well in general, and you can kind of see, hey, maybe I can take some of these ideas, maybe this is still a great topic. Do I have the ability to make a better video based on what I'm seeing here? That's another thing you can do. This is a really cool section here, the ideas section. You can save ideas for your channel. These particular ideas are personalized to your channel, and so you can kind of look through these and see, hey, is this going to be really good, right? And it also tells you like a prediction on how well this video is going to do, right? Because these are actually things that people are probably searching for, videos that are actually performing well right now. I have not used this one just yet, this tab, but there's a create tab. You have the ability to have like a coach as well. It looks like there's like some basic chat features here. You can look at your competitors. You can actually search online to find other competitors or people that are similar to you. And this looks like this is a feature that I don't have. And so those are the main things that you can find in vidIQ. One of the other things I didn't mention is on the Today tab. It does kind of give you a screenshot and shows you kind of like, how you're doing on your channel. It gives you an estimate on how long it's going to take you to reach a certain goal. And then your monetization, all those kind of things, your competitors. One of the other things that I really like is they actually have some lessons that you can go through as well. And this is going to be really good in helping to explain YouTube and kind of like what you can do with it, how it works, what makes a good video, what's the most important aspects about creating videos on YouTube, how to keep people's attention, things like that. And you can really just kind of go through that. Some of them might seem a bit simple, but there are going to be some portions of that kind of give you good ideas. So I definitely recommend that as well. I'm kind of working my way through them as well. All right, guys, so now we're going to be talking about the second tool that I recommend for, YouTubers, basically. And so this is a tool that has been around for quite a while. I'm sure you've heard of it, but it's an editing tool, and it's called Adobe Premiere Pro. There are other, editing softwares out there, and I think that you can definitely use a different editing software if you want to. You don't have to go with Adobe Premiere. But if you're somebody like me, you might be someone that already has it, or maybe you've been thinking about getting it. So for instance, if you're a photographer, you take a lot of photos, there's a good chance that you already have Lightroom Classic, and Adobe Premiere Pro is just kind of another app, from Adobe that you can access. So this is basically what Adobe Premiere looks like. Obviously you can bring in your videos here, you can bring in your music and everything, but basically, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but basically you can edit your videos with this tool. It's really robust. One of the other cool things that they've recently introduced as well is the ability to create like a transcript, and then you can actually edit from your transcript. One of the things I like to do as well is to look for filler words and pauses in my videos. It finds it all, and then you can delete it out of your video. And that just makes a nice, clean video that your viewers are going to be happy watching without all the ums and the ahs and all that kind of stuff. All right, guys, so now it's time for the third tool that I want to talk to you guys about today. This is a tool that is going to be really good. It's going to go hand in hand with your editing software, whether it's Adobe or another software that you might choose to use. This tool is called Epidemic Sound. And if you've probably heard of Epidemic Sound, you've probably seen some of the commercials that are on YouTube and things like that. And you might, have used it in the past, or maybe something similar. I did a lot of research just to kind of figure out what direction I wanted to go when it came down to music. But as having good music for your YouTube videos is something that can, really have a huge impact on, how your videos come out, because the music can create a mood for your video. It can create a vibe, a feel, whatever it is that you're going for to kind of match your video. And so obviously having access to high quality audio is going to be really important. So for instance, this is Epidemic Sound, right? This is pretty much what it looks like. If you're here, it does give you like some recommendations as well, and you can just kind of play them. and you can get an idea of whether or not this is something that you actually want to use, right, on your channel. You can listen to them. You can also kind of search for different music genres, right? So I like to search for, laid back hip hop loops, right, for this channel to use in the background a lot. So you can do that and find different artists. That's one of the things I really like about it. Something else that I really like about it too is when it comes down to you downloading it, you have different options, right? And one of the options is stems. And so one of the cool things about stems is that it really breaks down the different tracks of the actual song that you found, right? So you can basically only use the melody, only use the instruments, the bass, the drums. And this is also really good depending on the types of videos that you're creating, because you can easily kind of leave some of these out based on different sections or feel, if you want the melody to come back at a certain moment that might seem a bit more dramatic, you have the ability to do that. And that's not something that you always have access to with some of the other music services out there. You can go to the music section and kind of break everything down based on the genre, the mood that you're going for. Like I said, if you have a happy video, if you are trying to create like a relaxing vibe, if you had like a sad video where you're sharing like a sad story, and of course there are different themes and things like that. Definitely love that. There's also a really cool sound effects section as well. And one of the things that I'm going to be getting more into, and I definitely encourage you to do as well, is to use sound effects in your videos, because it really does elevate, your videos, especially with things like swooshes and things like that. It kind of just, can add a different element to your videos, especially if you're using text on your videos as an overlay. You can kind of create whooshes and different sound effects as they come on the screen. That creates a little bit of interest as well. So that's kind of a brief overview of Epidemic Sound. I definitely encourage you guys to check this out. I believe they have a free trial, so I'll leave a link below. Hopefully I can get an affiliate link for that for you guys, so I'll check that out. But definitely check it out in the description box below if you're interested. All right, guys, so we are at the fourth tool, and this tool is going to be really good for creating really amazing thumbnails. And so if you were like me, where creating good thumbnails might be a challenge, I think that using Canva is going to be a really good option to help you create phenomenal thumbnails. All the thumbnails that I've made for this channel, I've used Canva for them, and they've come out really good. So I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. But this is kind of an example of one of the latest YouTube thumbnails that I've created. And one of the cool things I like about it is that there are different layers that you have that you can play around with. You can access different font types and kind of really play around with it. There's also lots of different elements that you can use to basically use for your YouTube videos. There are different templates that you can start off with as well to kind of really create really nice thumbnails without having to start from scratch, basically, right? And it'll give you like a really good idea of how to do that. So definitely recommend Canva. You will need like the pro version to be able to access these templates and things like that. But again, Canva is not very expensive. Highly recommend it. If you were like me, I used to use like Photoshop to create my thumbnails, and I do like Photoshop, but Photoshop is a bit overkill for creating thumbnails in my opinion. It's a very powerful tool. I love it, but Canva just makes things a lot simpler and a lot more easy to do. So that's one of the reasons why I like it, right? So for instance, let's just create like a new page. Let's go with this thumbnail right here. Shocking surprises revealed. You can actually just kind of like create your own thumbnail from scratch here, right? Just using this template. So for instance, I might say 4 amazing tools for YouTube, right? And then I can take this guy, don't know who this guy is, delete him. I can take me, bring me down here, boom, there I am. And then I might want to kind of do, what the other guy did. I'm going to flip myself around. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move myself this way. Maybe move all these words. I'll move all of this over here. Then I'm going to take myself, Put me over here. Right? Boom. Maybe I'll do that. Then maybe I want to create an outline for myself. Boom. And now here you go. Here's like a really cool, thumbnail that you can just kind of roll with and everything looks good. One of the other things that I like to do on my channel is I like to play around with the words and things like that. I create like a background. You can do whatever you want, basically taking a picture and then I overlay myself over top of this image when I make my thumbnails. It's been working really well lately. I'm going to switch it up again soon, but that's what I've been using. So you could definitely play around with Canva. It's a very powerful tool. You're going to really enjoy, messing around with this. All right, guys, so these are the 4 tools that I definitely recommend that you guys invest in if you haven't already for your YouTube channel. Like I said, a little bit of an investment goes a long way. It's going to help you to, edit your videos better, create better thumbnails, have better music, and just all around improve the quality of your channel. So definitely recommend that. If you guys like this video and found it helpful, definitely leave me a like. If you have a comment, a question, anything like that, definitely leave me a comment below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for more videos on content creation, photography, videography, all those kind of things. Definitely love to have you. Thanks for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one.